Hello, 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 and welcome to Ye. It's BZ back in the Neon Doom room. Here we are, live. We had a live viewer. Sorry to make you wait like that. I had nobody watching, and I sort of wanted to wait a little bit to see if somebody dropped in. Somebody did drop in, and then they dropped out again. That's okay. Nobody can wait around forever. Hello, hello, people of YouTube, people of the World Wide Web, people that like Spider-Man's World Wide Webs. Here we are, back in the NDR, back in the Neon Doom room. I feel like I'm a bit blurry on my screen now. Let me just see if I can correct that somehow. Can you see? That looks a little bit better. I don't know why I was so blurry before. It feels like my camera, Roddy, is acting up a little bit. But hello, and welcome to the Doom Vlog. And this is the Doom Vlog episode 5. In truth, I plan to have all of this ready earlier on. But yeah, things happen. My computer did an update, which threw me. It kind of like wiped everything off my screen that I had there before. And of course, I had to fix that up. And then my monitor would not connect to my computer. And I had to fix that up. And just inconsequentially, my PlayStation was meant to be playing something in the background, and it wasn't because it had to do an update as well. Everything has an update. In fact, OBS has an update, and I'm just putting it off. I'm just putting it off at the moment because I just don't need more issues. So I wonder if anybody's here. Nobody's here. That's okay. We had one live viewer jump in and jump back out again. Maybe just didn't want to wait. That's okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Doom Vlog, episode Fumph. Fumph. I'm pointing at the wrong camera as usual. Fumph. Episode Fumph 5. What is that? Ena, Dio, Tria. Can't remember that one. Tessera? Is it in Greek? Tessera? 5? I think so. Or, yeah, Fumph in German. Welcome to episode 5 of the Doom Vlog. We're really just wasting a bit of time. I now got a Windows update. No, not tonight. Not tonight. I don't want to pick a time. Do I want to pick a time? Great. It's just interrupting tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay, can we get back to the camera now? That was so annoying. All these updates are happening all at once. Anyway, we're wasting a lot of time at the moment trying to get past the initial point of starting. So let's start with what we normally start with. Let's start with our vlog intro. The Doom vlog intro. Let's start with it, guys. Here we go. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Doom Vlog, episode 5. Welcome and welcome to ye. BZ here, back in the Neon Doom room. As you can see from down here, I've managed to scrounge up a way of putting at least a logo. It's not round like I want, but I've figured out how to at least put the logo on there, and it moves. So yay to me. Huzzah. I have achieved something. Not very much, unfortunately. I was going to start this much earlier. I still see tonight as a win. I don't know if you see it as a win, but let's put it into perspective. The first time I started the vlog, I started it at, I think it was about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I did the next one at about, I think it was about 1:32, and then I did it about 1 in the morning, and now I'm starting at just after 12. So I see that as a win. We're aiming for before 12, so I do apologize. I did promise a couple of people I would be on before 12. Can't keep all my promises. I did get held up with updates for this darn computer. These updates, I tell you what, they catch you off guard. I probably should have come in here today during the day and done that. But in fact, I did come in today. You can see behind me a stack of VHS tapes. I did plan on I was meant to have moved them. I did work in here quite a lot to clear up. The room was better, and it's temporarily not better, but it's only because I've shifted some DVDs. I'm pointing at the wrong direction. That direction. I've shifted some DVDs from piles on the floor to up there, moved VHS tapes from up there to there, and they're going to go into a hidey hole I found under there, which I didn't realize behind my CRT TV. I had a row of VHS tapes there. And behind that, when I pulled one, I'm like, there's a big blank space under there. I'm just going to stash all of my VHS tapes under there. And I'm going to move all my books out of here. Boring, I know I'm boring you with all of this, but I'm going to move all my books from the bottom shelf, the really low shelf down here, and I'm going to move them all out. I'm going to put all the rest of the VHS down low. I don't want to move them out of the room. It feels very annoying that I'm buying this stuff to watch and I can't watch it because I would have to bag it up and put it away. So that was my day today. And yes, I could have packed them up and had them ready, but I have kids, I have things that I need to do. And tonight I had to wrangle them and get them ready for bed. That didn't happen until ended about 10 o'clock, and then pack down stuff, bring it into here. I've got beer tonight. We've got an action-packed vlog tonight. We've got some beer in the fridge waiting to go. Some new drinking glasses here to try with the beer. And a few different bits and pieces in here to show you. I went not garage sailing. Yeah, garage sale. What do you call it, garage sale? Front yard sale. Went to a front yard sale today. Wasn't very exciting, but I found a few things. I'm going to show you those as well. So welcome to ye to the Doom Vlog episode 5. I lost my 2 viewers. I've had 2 views already, it's saying, and I have no live viewers currently. That's okay. I was dragging it out a little bit at the beginning. I had the the NDR screen, sort of blank screen on, just to see if I could wait until some people dropped in and not just talk to no one. But here I am talking to potentially no one, and I do apologize for that. But that's okay. You're going to see it on the replay. If you're a replay crew, you'll be watching on replay. I'm still very blurry here. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with Roddy. Roddy's not really, he's not really paying attention. Let's give him a bit of a shake here. You right there, Roddy? You okay there, buddy? All right, yeah. Well, here we are in the Doom room, and I've got Rebels playing on the TV. I've got it muted, so don't worry. I'm not going to be staring across at it. It's just going off the background. Love Rebels. Star Wars Rebels is a very good show. Very underrated show. If you haven't watched Star Wars Rebels, a lot of people think Rebels is just for toddlers or just for young kids. Yeah, it comes across that way. First episode or 2 comes across that way. But it goes dark and it goes deep. It's a very good show. It fills in a lot of gaps in the lore. So if you haven't given it a go, give it a go. I also have Instagram going at the same time here. It's probably going to time out at some point in time. That's okay. I've just got it to generate interest. No one's on there though, so that's okay. This is, once again, I have an issue. I was sort of telling Instagram before. I have an issue with Instagram. Instagram's algorithm is just the shittest thing ever. I don't enjoy it. I haven't had any fun with it. I've been fighting against its algorithm for a long time. And I don't know. I'm at a point now where it's like I've given up with Instagram. I'll do a little bit where I can, throw some photos up when I can, but Instagram it's not my place, really. Some lovely people on there. I've got some followers on there that I really like, and I follow what they do, and I'll still be on here. But Instagram, you're not really doing it for me. You're not really doing it for me, Instagram. So we do have some people that may be joining. Oh, a live viewer. Welcome. I don't know who's live viewing at the moment, but welcome. There is a chat just over, well, it's on my screen, it's over there, but it's probably going to be maybe over there. I can't remember on YouTube. Last time I watched the chat, it was over there. I did just realize today how to set up the replay so that the chat goes on YouTube. So hopefully that works, because OBS is just one giant learning lesson for me. It feels like every time I learn 3 things, 1 thing fails. So I'm always kind of taking 1 step backwards. But look, we are getting there 1 step at a time. Once again, I've got my little Neon Doom Room flashing logo down here. That's got to be a win, right? Surely. I mean, I'm getting somewhere with that. Welcome, guys. Look, I'm getting a bit dry in the mouth. And before I start talking about physical media and news and anything else that happens, why don't we have a beer? Before I have a beer, I'm going to say in the chat, let's start chatting. Have, oh, can I spell? No, all in capitals does not work for me. Have fun and keep up the conversation. All right, so I'll put an extra chat in just to get the chat moving. To the live viewer, welcome. Welcome. Say hello in the chat if you like. You can say hello in the chat. We've had some good chatting lately in the last couple of Saturdays. Hasn't been like an abundance of people, but the people that have dropped in have been fun to have here. So I appreciate all of you. I don't know if it's this light that's throwing me off, or if it's just, maybe I need it to be bright. There we go. That's zooming in on me now. Fantastic. Well done, Roddy. Good job. All right. So before we talk any further, and before my mouth turns into a giant Saharan desert, I'm going to go and get a beer out of the fridge. Yeah, over there. I've been adding more stickers to it. I'm going to get a beer, get a alcoholic beverage out of that fridge, and we're going to put it in a new set of, I'll call them beer glasses, thematic glasses. I'll show them to you in a second. And we'll pick one. We'll pick one to drink out of. But I'm just going to put on my Be Right Back screen, and we're going to go and get a beer. Let's recycle the page, see if anyone else is here. No, just the one viewer who doesn't feel like chatting. That's okay. Maybe you're in a position where you can't chat. If you can't chat, that's okay. Thank you for being here. Let's go to the Be Right Back screen. Hold it right there. Right there. Welcome back to main cam. We did lose our live viewer. I'm so sad. What can I say? What can I say? We lose people sometimes. Sometimes we lose people, and if you love them, just let them go. Just let them go. So thank you very much to whoever dropped in for, I don't know, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Have a great day or night, whatever is happening to you currently. Told you you're almost going to come. Oh, it has been a long, long, long week. I don't know about you, but this week has had the lead up to this weekend. And yes, it is Easter weekend. I was looking for some bunny ears or something to wear on this vlog tonight. But seeing as there's no viewers, we're not losing out on that. Silly. Oh, here we go. Live viewers back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're not losing out on that silly endeavor, putting bunny ears on myself. So look, let's waste no more time. Let's get our drink. I have 2 drinks actually, but the first one will just be a normal beer. Okay, and we've got tonight a pale ale from O'Brien, gluten-free beer. I don't know what that means. It does say it has an alcoholic, it's got an ABV of 4.5. So it's O'Brien. Come on, Roddy. There we go. O'Brien's pale ale. I actually picked it because I didn't know what else to buy from from Dan Murphy's. I went to Dan Murphy's. I didn't know what to get, and I grabbed another alcoholic beverage, which is a type of beer, which is in the fridge. But I've left that because I want to have beer. It's been a while since I've had beer, so we've got O'Brien's Pale Ale. Now, I didn't notice until now it is gluten-free. I don't know what that means. I'm sure before people realized that gluten was a thing, that everybody was having stuff with gluten in it, and I highly doubt that everybody died from it or got sick, or maybe they just never figured it out. Who knows? But the whole gluten-free thing kind of is a bit of a weird one. But look, it's gluten-free, so who knows what it tastes like. It is 4.5% alcohol, so I can't imagine that being terrible. Let's try it. But before we try it, let's have a look at the vessels, that I've got to actually potentially drink this 4.5% alcohol out of. We've got, can I show them all at once? I've had this for a while. Sorry, I don't know if the microphone can hear me. Can I see it over here? I've had these for a while, but I never opened them. I needed to wash them, so today I washed them. I took the plastic wrapping off, but I kept the lid because I don't want dust. It gets dusty in here. I got these Mandalorian glasses. I thought they were just like, lemonade type glasses, and maybe they are, but they are actually bigger than they seem. So I got one. It's got the armorer. It's got Grogu. It's got oh my gosh, I'm having a complete mind melt here with the armorer. We got Grogu. We got Bo-Katan Kryze. Bo-Katan Kryze. Why did I forget that? I have no idea why I forgot that. Bo-Katan Kryze. Very cool character as far as I'm concerned. And we of course have the Mandalorian over here. It's really hard. I'm looking in the image of myself, so I'm getting it all back to front. Mandalorian, Bo-Katan Kryze, Grogu, and the armorer. Now, I'll tell you a couple of things. Things that I like about these for different reasons. Mandalorian is probably the most plain one of all. It's really cool, but it's just a dark, sort of stained, glazed glass. Very plain for him. Bo-Katan Kryze has got a blue glass. It's really cool. I really quite like it. I don't know if you can hear me because I'm away from the microphone. Grogu is, of course, you'd expect it. It's a green glass. Pretty cool. But I think I like, between all of them, I like the Armorer. It's a very bright orange, sunburnt orange glass. And I like Bo-Katan Kryze's glass. So I don't know how many people are in the chat at the moment. No one's really chatting. That's okay as well. If I recycle my page, there's one live viewer, still one live viewer. I was going to suggest somebody tell me. Oops. Roddy, can you see that? Does somebody want to tell me which glass I should drink out of? There's only one viewer, so you get the predominant choice of what I should drink out of. Now, if you want to hear what I would like to drink out of, I think Bo-Katan Kryze or the Armorer. And I'm a Mando fan, so like when I say I'm not going to drink from the Mando glass, it doesn't mean that I don't like the Mando. It's just that his glass is very plain. The blue one's really nice, and the burnt orange sunburst kind of orange Armorer glass is very nice. So if no one's going to comment, I'll make a choice. I don't want to drop this. Let's recycle the page. This is going to be the most boring vlog ever. I'm just talking to myself. All right, well, if no one's going to chat, I'm going to choose. Let's go. Because the beer is beer colored, let's go with the Armorer. I was going to say Bo-Katan Kryze, but let's go with the Armorer. All right, should be easy, right on the end. And these are 473ml each. I don't know, what's my beer? It might be just perfect for this beer. 375ml, so just under the amount required for the actual beer. Now, let's have a look at the glass itself. Pretty cool, I reckon. Come on, Roddy. You can do better than that. There we go. Roddy's not really focusing. Maybe it's because... Come on, Roddy. There we go. Really cool. Very plain, very cool. How nice is that? It's almost a bit yellowish, but not quite. And of course, you've got the Mandalorian on the back. I think these are really cool. I paid $15 for the whole lot. It was on special at EB Games. Roddy's taking his time. But I think these are wonderful. So let's crack this beer open. And let's have this beer while the ghost dodges Star Destroyers over there. Pale. A gluten-free pale ale. Let's pour it all over ourselves. No head. Don't want any head on the beer. I'm failing at that. I don't know if you can see in the camera. I'm failing at avoiding head on the beer. Yes, epic fail on the head for the beer. So close to finishing it. Here we go. All right. The other smart move I did today was I moved the bin right here. That was the sound of a direct hit. Okay, so we've got our Mandalorian armorer. Let's see if Roddy can focus on our gluten-free pale ale. Looks fits the glass color very nicely. It has a zesty pale sort of smell to it, but it's something a bit different. Maybe it's the gluten-freeness. Let's try it. I just noticed the Star Wars underneath. There's something different about it. It's definitely a pale. It's a bit wheaty. A bit more wheaty than a pale. Like a wheat beer, like a German wheat beer. But quite nice actually. And once again, I've forgotten the beer bumper, so let's just do the beer bumper. I'm just hopeless at this. There's the beer bumper. Yes, forgetting it all. Forgetting it all. I'll have to get the hang of it. Nobody's in Instagram. I think I'm going to close the Instagram live. Sorry, Instagram live. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but this is Instagram live. Showing, there's Roddy. You can see Roddy on Instagram live. Instagram is not giving this to anyone. It's saying, we're telling your followers that you've started a live video, but they haven't done anything. So let's log off. Goodbye, Instagram. I'm sorry that no one's interested, but that's okay. We have a live going on right now, so we'll probably get more people in the live when they're back from doing whatever they're doing. So good night, Instagram. Jump onto the live. The Dooom vlog episode 5 is on. I'll stop prattling on soon and get onto physical media, but we still have a beer to drink, which is over there in my Armorer glass. We've had 4 views so far. 1 live viewer. Staying strong. All right. Goodbye, Instagram. Let's finish this up. How do you finish up? There? Yep. End now. Share. We'll just leave it at that. Just share it as it is. I don't care. All right. Okie doke. So here we are. We're enjoying a beer. We're back for the Dooom vlog. We've got a few things to talk about tonight. We've got obviously all the things we normally talk about. We have mail. We have we're doing beer right now. We've got mail. We've got some physical media to go through. We also have a few random things to have a look at as well today, which I hadn't planned for. But we also have toys. I don't have a bumper for toys. I have to work on that. There's more things that I don't have time for. But we have toys to show. I had a find today, which I need to talk about. I had it sitting up there, but I didn't want you to see it, so I moved it. Yeah, I made a split decision based on FOMO. So I didn't want to miss out on something. It had been on my mind, had seen it. Yeah, I didn't want to miss out. So I snagged something, and now it's down there. And we'll talk about it later. We sort of have news. I'll have to do a bit more digging up of that news while I'm here with you, so that I could actually read you what's happening, because I caught it last minute. I caught it like late yesterday, and I didn't have a chance today to actually formulate it into an article. I don't think it would take too long to find it. But very interesting Star Wars news. So we'll get into that very, very soon. But in the meantime, I'm just enjoying this beer. I wish there was a few more people in the chat so I could have a bit of banter with you all. But there's two people live. Welcome. Welcome to ye. It's been a bit of a slow start tonight, but that's okay. I haven't exactly made it easy for you. I did have a wait screen on for about 5 minutes, so that probably deterred a few people. So apologies about that. But I'm enjoying a gluten-free, if you can believe that, pale ale, which doesn't quite taste like a pale ale. It's definitely not an Indian pale ale. Nonetheless, it is very nice, and it's in my Armourer glass that we just introduced you to. So, yes, very happy about that. Okay, let's put this beer down somewhere where I'm not going to spill it all over everything. How are we all tonight? How are we all? Of the two people that are live right now with me, how are you? Are you well? I hope you're well. We've got a few things to talk about. We've got some physical media, obviously, because that's what I do. Physical media is my thing. Can't seem to... It always feels like this microphone's on an angle, but believe it or not, this microphone is straight. Kind of does my head in, because when it's straight, it looks like it's on an angle like that. That looks straight to me. Then when I look here, it doesn't look straight. Very strange. Yeah, so we've got some physical media to go through tonight, and with or without live viewers, we're going to go through some of that. We went to a garage sale today. I took my daughters to a garage sale. They left a leaflet in the letterbox, and yeah, we jumped over there. We went to go yesterday, didn't have time. Jumped over there today. Yeah, it wasn't what I was expecting it to be, but we still came away with a couple of things. Maybe we should just have a look at those things now. Should we have a look at those things now? They're just down there, slightly out of arm's reach. So I might have to do an ugly bend over reach for the stuff. So hang on a second. I'll show you what I got today. Not a whole lot of stuff, but interesting nonetheless. Give me a second. Hang on. Okay, back in main cam with that lovely new logo, which is, where's my hand? Over there. Look at that wonderful little thing. Even though it's square, I still can't figure out. OBS is a bit weird when it comes to things like making things round. So I've had to do a lot of research, and there'll be more to do it later better. So I made it square, and I put it there. At least it's a logo, and it says what my channel is, which is what I kind of always wanted anyway. Look, went to this garage sale, and one of my daughters picked up a couple of things. The other one picked up nothing. I found records. I found vinyl. I didn't find the best vinyl in the world. I don't know if anybody likes vinyl. I actually quite like vinyl. I just don't have enough space for it all, and I also don't have the money for it. Vinyl prices these days are a little bit out of control. They're a little bit out of control. I go to JB Hi-Fi, when I get a chance to go, and vinyl prices there just beg a belief. Now, I know that, and I've seen documentaries on why that's the case. Less manufacturers, not as much of a boom as it was in the 70s and the 80s. Obviously, when there are a lot of people making it, and it's readily available and it's everywhere, it's cheaper. But also, excuse me, but also with today's day and age of everything being collectible, of course, everything is worth money immediately. What people want is instant cash. They want things to be worth something straight away. And that's my opinion about a lot of things: records, toys, modern collectible movies, special editions, things like that, especially toys. Toys are just out of control. I don't understand. I mean, I have some honey holes that I shop at that I know I get things cheap at if I'm lucky enough to find something good. But when it comes to just, I don't know, collectible toys, things like Star Wars and Marvel and whatever you're interested in, they start high. They're very high. So you're buying things that are meant to be in small quantities, meant to be, you know, not as readily available. So yeah, you go to buy something, it's like, oh, it's $40. Back in my day, when I was a kid, my grandmother, my nanny would, when she would visit me when we were living in Adelaide, she would take me to Target and she would buy me a Star Wars toy. So each time she would come down, and if like a few days or a week would pass by, she might take me again and get me another one. But those were like $1. They were $1, $1 for a toy. And now you can say inflation, this, that, and the other. But if you do inflation to now, that $1 is probably only like $7 or $8, maybe 9, maybe let's just say 10, right? You can't get toys for $10 now. If they're on clearance or special, yeah, maybe you can. But you can't get things for that little. Everything today is made to be a collectible. Now it sounds like I'm ranting, and yes, I kind of am, but everything today is made to be collectible. It's short run, uh, you know, very limited quantities. Hasbro's guilty of it. Plenty of places are guilty of it. Records are not immune to this. So JB Hi-Fi, you go in, it's like, oh, look, brand new, I don't know, Iron Maiden record, or an Iron Maiden record that hasn't been put on vinyl yet, $70. Who on God's green earth is paying $70 for one vinyl? Who? Because it's not me. I mean, I've gone to live gigs and I've got like a Conan, they're a band, not the movie, band called Conan. I bought a double LP, proper special edition gold LP, beautiful artwork on it for $50. And it was only because it was at a live gig and it was a really beautiful record. If you're going to JB Hi-Fi and you're buying the same record you could have had 30 years ago, why are you paying $70 for it? Why is it $60, $70? And then I go to their clearance bin in JB Hi-Fi. You go to their clearance bin for vinyl, and I look in there, and it's like clearance ones are on clearance for $40. That's not clearance. I'm sorry. I don't know if any of you agree with me or disagree with me, but $40 vinyl is not clearance. I get it. Less people are making vinyl. It's becoming more of a boom now, so let's hope it booms to the point where it's cheap. But who's buying this stuff? I know that we could say the same for toy collectors. Like, who's spending $200 on toys? Well, people with disposable income are, and I have nothing against those people. If you have disposable income and you don't care, and you can put food on your table and look after yourself or your family or whatever your situation is, and go ahead and throw $200, $300 a week or a fortnight on stuff, good on you. Well done. I cannot. I cannot go and justify a $70 record, especially since it's not my primary collectible. So yes, vinyl is I get it when I find it, when I can justify spending money on it. And the same goes for toys, the same goes for pretty much anything. That's why I hunt. I'm a hunter for that reason. Yes, I have bought a few expensive things lately. Blu-rays, I've bought a few sets that I normally wouldn't spend that kind of money on. But only because there was a deal involved, that it was reduced to a point where I could justify saying, well, it's a lot of money, but at least I'm getting something out of it in the end. Not that I'm spending 2 or 3 times what it's worth, and I feel like I'm getting nothing at the end. So you might all have different opinions, and that's okay. I actually appreciate all the opinions that you all have as people. I myself do not have disposable income. I did at one stage when I was younger, and I understand that. When I was working in the film industry, I had a lot of spare money because I was making a lot of money. So yeah, I could afford to pay rent and electricity and, sort stuff out for the house and go out for dinner and all that stuff and still blow $200 on DVDs and toys, a week or more even. I've been known to go out and buy one toy, like one giant figurine, $200. Still got one of them on the shelf up there. Got a giant Hellboy up there. That was $250. But yeah, not anymore. Can't do that anymore. Um, but it is what it is. I think vinyl should be accessible to everyone. It shouldn't be expensive. The same thing goes for reselling of cassettes. Like, it's just stupid, to be honest. It's just absolutely ridiculous to think that you're paying the price of brand new CD, which should never be this price anyway, of $30, $40, $100 for a cassette. CDs now, like, they're more available, but there are some very rare ones out there that used to be readily available. But anyway, regardless of that giant rant that I just gave you, I found some records at this garage sale, and they were, I think they were $1 each. Um, some okay ones. Sorry, some okay ones. Obviously, you're not going to find anything amazing, and if they did have something amazing there, it would be already gone because somebody'd be there day one at the beginning of the garage sale to pick it up. That there's always those kind of people around. But I picked up, I think it was 7 of them. I gave one to my wife because it was a disco one. It was a discotheque one, and she loves disco. So I gave her that one. So I've got 6 here. I believe it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6. So let's just have a look at them. Nothing, once again, that breaks the mold, breaks the bank. Down to one viewer. That's okay. I got Simon and Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. That was a good find. I've checked them all. They're all in there. I mean, you can't find original stuff like this without paying a bit of money for it anyway. So I do believe these are first, if not second or third editions. So there is a way of telling. I know people have shown me 1972. Ugh, I'm trying not to yawn. I really am. I apologize. But I think this could be a first or second pressing. It's a bit hard to tell. Somebody in the know might be able to, shell out the knowledge on what is a first or second pressing. I think this could be a first or second one. I'm just looking at the initial dates on them. This one is 1972. It's not saying re-recorded. It is saying recorded. So I might be wrong. Somebody can educate me. But yeah, so I got Simon Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. And I thought that was good. It's got Bridge Over Troubled Water, Mrs. Robinson, Sound of Silence, all the classics. It's got The Boxer, the 59th Street Bridge song, which is Feeling Groovy. Scarborough Fair, Canticle, I Am a Rock, Kathy's Song, Cecilia, America, Bookends, Homeward Bound, El Condor Pasa, or If I Could, For Emily, Whenever, and I May Find Her. These are wonderful musicians that are timeless. So I picked that up for $1. You really cannot go wrong. Gotta be careful where I put these records so they don't slide everywhere. It's probably just going to slide anyway. I picked this one up because there were 2 there. This one was the one that had the better cover. I don't know why he had 2. I do remember hearing this back in the day. Very strange album. There's no lyrics per se, but I don't know if anybody knows Mike Oldfield, but this is Tubular Bells. Does anyone know Mike Oldfield? It's a very strange album. It's a very strange album, and it shifts gears like quite regularly. Some of the songs are a little bit more placid, and a lot of them just go from placid to weird to jazzy to strange. Damn you, beer. It's the beer that's making me yawn. I had a good sleep in this morning, too. So I'm having a bit of beer. But Tubular Bells. It's very interesting because the very first track off of this album, it has it has a like a melody that literally it's not the same as, but it reminds me of John Carpenter music. I don't know why. I would challenge you to get the very first song off of this, which this says side 1. It's really weird how this is laid out. It should show the tracks. Oh, that's girly chorus, bootleg chorus. He's just a weird guy, Mike Oldfield. He's a weird guy, and the music is super bizarre. Like, are we recycling my page? Thank you, two live viewers. Hello, hello. Welcome to Ye. Welcome to Ye to the Dooom blog, episode 5. Yes, Mike Oldfield is bizarre music. Amazing, just really bizarre. Um, the track, I don't know. Can I show you the track list? Because trying to read the track list is like a whole thing by itself. Because instead of saying the track names on the back, it says side one, and it just tells you all the people who are playing on it. Nasal chorus, nasal choir. That is just bizarre. Spanish guitar, moribund chorus, girly chorus. Oh, must be his wife, Sally Oldfield. Maybe his mum. Bootleg chorus. See, it doesn't give me the track names. It should give me the track names. Tubular Bells on this side. This isn't the single, is it? No, it can't be. Tubular Bells on this side. There's like one track on one side, and then like side one. Tubular Bells. I think this could just be Tubular Bells on its own. Yes, I think this is a glorified EP or a glorified single. I thought this was the whole album because if I look online, sorry, just forgive me for a second. If I look it up without playing it, because I do not want to get dinged by YouTube. I was looking at it earlier. I had to listen to this album today. Tubular Bells. Album, yes. Oh, it's only got 4 tracks on it. Tubular Bells Part 1 and Tubular Bells Part 2. But why is this album... Oh, that might be why there was 2 albums. I have a funny feeling I should have picked up the other album as well. Because there were 2 albums that looked exactly the same. What I didn't do was I didn't look at the back. Because maybe one album has Tubular Bells 1 and 2. And then the other one probably has Mike Oldfield's single theme from Tubular Bells and the Sailor's Hornpipe, which is the other one. But Tubular Bells Part 1 has a very weird tune at the beginning before it gets strange and changes tack, I should say, to another theme. It starts off sounding a bit like Halloween meets The Fog. It's just got this tune that sounds so similar, but a little bit happier, but so similar to Halloween and The Fog, kind of like mixed between the two. Have a listen to it. Maybe you can tell me whether you think that sounds similar. It only lasts for about maybe, I don't know, a few minutes and then it changes. But yes, anyway, Tubular Bells, Mike Oldfield. I'm thinking that maybe I should have picked up the other one as well to go with it. It doesn't say that this is meant to be part of anything else. And when I look at the record, it doesn't tell me that there's anything. That's side one. It just says Tubular Bells on both sides. What I love is this black and white image that's on the record. You won't be able to see it through the sleeve, maybe. But this, can I tip this the right way around? It's also on the back of the record as well. Look at this trippy stuff. Look at this trippy shit. It's on the other side as well. I won't flip it around. But it's also on the back of the record. Right there. Glorious stereophonic sound can also be played on mono-equipped equipment at a pinch. At a pinch! I never read that before. 1974 Virgin Records. So I'd say it's a first pressing. maybe a second. Once again, somebody in the know can actually educate me. No one's in the chat. I don't know what's really going on at the moment. But yeah, so I got Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield. Have a listen to that first track. It does really remind me of John Carpenter. Halloween, maybe The Fog mixed with something else. Yeah, very strange. I was like really taken aback by it. The third record I got because why wouldn't I? 2001: A Space Odyssey, Cinerama, Super Panavision, and Media Color. What does that say? Metro Color. Music from the motion picture soundtrack. MGM presents a Stanley Kubrick production. I picked it up. Why wouldn't I not? I have a lot of soundtracks, I must admit. Sorry, the glare on that is pretty bad. Maybe I'll take it out of here. See a little bit better. There we go. Still very glossy. They were well looked after. You know, there's a little bit of wear. 2001: A Space Odyssey. Love that artwork. Love it. Roddy's doing a good job of paying attention to all the details. Thank you, Roddy. And the back is, you know, an astounding entertainment experience. And then it gives you a whole essay on God knows what. The music. Side 1, side 2. All the details. It is the year 2001. You are in weightless condition aboard the space liner Orion on its first leg of your journey from Earth to the moon. And it gives you a whole story. But I just wanted to pick it up because it's 2001: A Space Odyssey. They have all these stickers on them. Have you noticed that? Have a look at that, Roddy. I think it's part of his collection. The other one has stickers on it too. I picked it up because why wouldn't I? Because why would I not? It's in there. The records are all in very good condition. A little bit dusty, but like all records have a bit of dust. But no grime. I'll put that back in the plastic sleeve. Yes, I picked it up. 2001 is a movie I have not seen for a long time. I own it, obviously, but it's one of those movies I think I need to revisit it. Because the last time I saw it, I was quite young. But yes, vinyl, worth having. Worth having. I'm assuming that if you bought this now, you'd be paying $70 for it. Why wouldn't you? When there's money to be made. All right. I keep hitting my microphone. I do apologize for that. I picked this one up because it was a memory. And it was a memory because it was like, what the hell? Why was this even a thing? But it was. But this is sort of like disco. Jungle Juice. This is disco, but it's other switched on smash hits. Electric Coconut. It's the Popcorn album. Anybody listen to the Popcorn album? I remember dancing to this in the 90s even. Popcorn and other switched on smash hits. Electric Coconuts. There's a lot of food involved here. Popcorn and coconuts. It's got popcorn, Samson and Delilah, moldy old dough, chirpy chirpy cheep cheep, wig wham bam, morning has broken. Side 2 has Jungle Juice, Seaside Shuffle, Softly Whispering I Love You, Jeepster, which is a good song, Song Sung Blue, and Back Off Boogaloo. This is in very clean condition. I don't see a date though. I don't see a date. I always prefer it when I can see a date. Not too sure what's going on with my chat here. Is anybody actually even trying to get into the chat that can't get into the chat? Not too sure what's going on here. Participants. Just me. Okay. Is there a date on here? There should always be a date. Sometimes with Australian records, you don't find a date, which is very annoying. There's no date. That is super weird. Yeah. BWD production without a date. But then again, this is a compilation. I think it doesn't say that it's being sung by any particular person. Yeah, no date. But EMI, which is an Australian production distribution company, EMI. I think it was. Is EMI American? I swear it was Australian. Anyway, I love the cover. I do remember this song. Made into disco. My kids laughed at me today. They were like, how is that even a song? Like, but it was, and I used to dance to it at the disco in Newcastle. What can we do next? Oh yeah, we'll leave the what I consider good one to last. Here we go. We've got a record of dueling banjos from the original soundtrack of Deliverance. Roddy, can you focus in on Deliverance? You remember this character? You remember this young fella? This wonderful young fella? What a nice young man. He just sits there all day playing banjo while his cousins track down and assault men traveling up the river to hunt. What a lovely young man. The Dueling Banjos. We all know that tune. We all know it. If you've watched Deliverance, you know the tune. Roddy knows the tune. He's trying to focus desperately on this. Do I get a better view? That's a better view. I was actually watching the original dueling banjos video clip. Who was it? It was dueling banjos, Eric Weisberg and somebody. Amazing musicians. Does this have a date on it? It's a date on the back. What's the go with the no dates? There should be a date on this. Copyright, blah, blah, blah. It's in copyrights, which means there should be a date. You would think 1973. That was the year I was born. I was born in 1973. A good year. Very good year. Yes, I picked it up because Deliverance is an amazing movie. Great survival movie. Look at the back. We'll show you the back of it. Roddy will show you the back anyway. There's some great images here. Oh, I'm doing this all in reverse. I can't get the hang of this. There you go. Burt Reynolds. Great images. There's the arrow sticking through that guy. The hick. There's a beautiful young man playing banjo. Yes, a very hard movie. The ending is probably the best part of it, where they're trying to justify that, oh no, nothing happened, nothing went wrong to the police, and the police is like friends with all of the hicks. He's suspicious that they do know something. And they have to play it calm after being through that terrible ordeal. Yes, $1. $1 for a 1973. I'm assuming maybe first or second print. BS2683. That could be the quantity calculation of what records were produced. Though it could be much more than that. I'm not too sure what BS2683 means. Anyway, Deliverance, Dueling Banjos. And it's got quite a lot of tracks on it. It's got Dueling Banjos, Little Maggie, Shuckin' the Corn, Pony Express, Old Joe Clark, 8 More Miles to Louisville, Farewell Blues, Earl's Breakdown, End of a Dream, Buffalo Gals, Reuben's Train, Riding the Waves, Fire on the Mountain, 8th of January, Bugle Call Rag, and Hard Ain't It Hard, Mountain Dew, Rawhide, and that one says performed by Eric Weissman and Steve Mandel, which is the Dueling Banjos. Yeah, that's right. Steve Mandel and Eric Weisberg. So yes, good find. $1. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Finding first pressing, second pressings even. This was the last one, so this is number 6. And I picked this up because I don't know if you grew up with The Goon Show, but I grew up with The Goon Show. My stepfather, when I was growing up, he loved The Goon Show. He was very much a aficionado of all of those classic shows. Fantastic comedians. You've got some amazing people here. The weirdest shows. These are the weirdest shows. You got John Bromwell. Oh yeah, Spike Milligan, who lived not far from where I used to live when I was younger. Spike Milligan, Harry Seacombe, Peter Sellers, Ray Ellington, Max Geldray, and Andrew Timothy. The last goon show of all. Now, I think I have a video, a VHS tape of the last goon show of all somewhere down there. So I am a fan of the Goon Show. Very silly. None of it really makes sense. It's just like a radio show, radio comedy. It's called the Goon Show. BBC Records. They used to play live in a studio. I think it was like once a week or something like that. I can't really recall. But yes, the last Goon Show of all on record. We used to listen to a lot of this stuff when I was younger. You'd sit in the lounge room, you put on an 8-track or an LP, and you just all sit around and laugh at the stupidity of it. It's in very good condition. The record's very lovely. And, oh, is it open on this end? Yes, it is open on this end. Dusty, but super, super clean. I know it sounds silly. It's dusty, but it's not grimy. The record is very clear. Right, I wonder where my peeps are. That was my last one. The case is a little bit messed up at the bottom here. Those color codings down here. But the record is very clean beside that. So very glad to have that. All right, that was record 6. Like I said, I had 7. The 7th one I gave to my wife. It was a discotheque, old school discotheque album. And let's move on to drinking some more beer. I'm not seeing anybody I know in the chat. I don't know what's going on tonight. I don't know where Dave's Dimension is, or not the great and powerful Oz. You know who you are. Ostradamus Toys. Are you about Ostradamus Toys? Still got 2 live viewers, so welcome and thank you. Are any of the 2 live viewers anybody I know? Because I know that there was at least 2 people that I know that were going to jump in and say hello tonight. But I don't know if they're busy. I don't know what they're doing. But if you are not busy and you've got access to the chat, have a chat. Have a chat. Please, by all means, jump in. Have a conversation. Well, those boys that were in the chat last time were having a great conversation. Having a rowdy old time over there in the chat. I didn't need to do anything. They were having a good time. I think, what should we do? What should we do now? I should take this beanie off because it's bothering me now. What should we do now? Should we do mail? Should we do mail? Or maybe we should just talk about some actual physical media. I have, no, not in that one. Is it that one there? I think it's this one. I've got a couple of interesting things in it. Things that I found. Maybe I'll just show them to you because I found them at the back of an op shop in a bin. Now, when I say that, one of the places I was working had an op shop next to it, and they used to throw a lot of things out. I've showed you a few things in the past, things I didn't want. And I would ask them, do you mind if I go through your bin at the end of the day? I won't leave it messy. Just whatever I can reach, like books and such. If there's some good things in there, they just throw away anything. Just throw away stuff. And I would look in there and go, that's such a cool book, or that's such a cool record, or that's whatever. I would find things in there that were really awesome, including I had like an 80s book there and a few other things. I'll get you what I pulled out. There's no discs in it. They're actually meant to be holding discs, but I picked them out and I got them, and I think I should save them. I think I should give them to someone or find out if they're worth anything. Give me a second. Hang on. I'll try not to show my butt when I'm walking away. Worried about these records getting bleached. All the records. All the records over here. All right. So it's essentially 3 things, and they're Simpsons related. It's Simpsons related. For the Simpsons fans. For the Simpsons fans. Let's pull them out. Let's put them on the side table here. Can you see them? I don't want you to see them straight away. Alright. Let's put the bag down. And if you can hear my fan, I do apologise. It is rather warm still in here. The first thing I picked up, it looked like it came from in another package. So it was this, right? Which I thought was really cool. Come on, Roddy. It was this. I mean, look at that. This was just thrown out, right? We're like, oh, cool. It's got DVDs in it. Well, it's got something in it. It's wrapped up like that. The bottom's open. And when I take out what's inside of it, can I put it on my keyboard without wrecking everything? Comes out with this. Come on, Roddy. It's a werewolf. The werewolf's pretty cool. So it has another kind of like a sleeve, like a concertina sleeve. Let's bring the microphone closer to me. Okay, you can focus on me now, Roddy. And it's got like a concertina sleeve, right? Opens out. This one's a bit stuck for some reason. Oh yeah, I think it's got Velcro in it. And it makes a picture on one side. So when you open it out, it has all of the sleeves on one side. Yeah, it's got some kind of sticky thing that connects onto it. I think it's Velcro or something. But it's got all of this, right? So all of that, all the way down to Santa's Little Helper and Snowball, even though Snowball's a black cat, not a white cat. That's on this side. And then when you turn the concertina around, this whole thing is like an artwork. Right, Roddy? It's like one giant artwork. Keeps going and going all the way along. Now, on the inside, that's the outside. On the inside, each of these is like a sleeve. It's like a sleeve. It's got like a sleeve to it. But there's nothing in there. So there's no disc in this one. There's no disc in that one. There's just nothing in there. So I don't know if they took the discs out, had them in like a case or something. But there's just nothing in there. The only thing that has anything in there when we looked at Snowball and Santa's Little Helper is that it comes with this, like they are actually like, they're like a little thing that holds this book. But it's all connected. It's kind of weird. Hang on. So Santa's Little Helper, this little booklet here is connected to that. Unless it's actually, no, it's been glued. So it's 20 years, the complete, let's just say the complete 20th season. So it's the 20th season of The Simpsons. If you look at that. If you look at that, it's the 20th, complete 20th season. And then you've got this book, which it's got like fireworks, and it's really hard to show you because it wants to flip itself outwards. It's got all the episodes written in here. So this was like a 20th anniversary collector's something, but all the discs are gone. And when I found that, I was like, well, what the hell? That was the first thing I thought was, what the hell? Why is this missing the discs? And the second thing I thought was, is it worth anything? Is it worth giving to someone or selling to someone? Or is someone got the discs but they don't have the case? Because this is just like a sleeve. Does it come in something else? I don't know. Like, it's a weird, there's no words on it. Just like that. So that's the first thing I found. Back in the bag. And then these two were the other things I found. These are hard cases. I think they, look, I don't know. Please forgive me for not knowing Korean from Japanese to even Chinese. I don't really, I think I sort of have a better grasp of whether things are Japanese or Chinese, but Region 1, I think. Region 1 is... Oh, that could be the whole region. I don't know. To be honest, it's got other characters on it. Asian characters, but I cannot tell which is what. This doesn't come out either. I don't know if these came in like a square box, but these are really beautiful looking. They're kind of like hard cardboard. But yeah, The Simpsons, the complete 13th season, collector's edition. It's like a... Is my light working here? It's a wooden box. Well, I don't know if it's wooden. It feels very wooden. But it's a box. Hard case. But it has, as you can tell, Asian characters on it. So I don't really know. It does have English on it. But it's got Region 1 on it. So I think Region 1, correct me if I'm wrong, is a few Asian countries, including Japan. Maybe even Korea. I'm not too sure. It's got an image on the inside. And it's got this square section here, which had something. I don't know if it was like a bunch of discs. I'm assuming it was a bunch of discs because there's nothing else in here. But the box is beautiful. It's not even that damaged. It's a little bit worn, but that was one. So that was what, the 13th season? And the last one I found was the 14th season. Same thing. Wooden box or stiff cardboard box. Asian characters on one side. There. Come on, Roddy. Asian characters there. Some English underneath. And then Homer on the front flying a plane. And on the inside, you got the image. Homer and Marge getting remarried, I think it was, if I remember. And then this section here that's empty. So maybe these people took all the discs out, didn't want to keep the boxes, but these are beautiful boxes. And, you know, you're going to say, hoarder. Hoarder. But look at the box. It's beautiful. If somebody is missing these, maybe you can tell me. I should do an eBay search, see if they're worth anything. But it's just the case. But, yeah, I didn't want to see them get torn up. I didn't want to see them get torn up or squashed. So I picked them up. They've just been sitting in my car for too long. I brought them inside the other day. You know, people drive around with bags in the boot that you say you're going to take to an op shop, but you don't. That was my kind of stuff that I find it, and it just stays in the boot of my car. All right, so that's those I wanted to show you. I should move them back to where they were. Maybe we should we don't have many. Maybe we should do some mail. Should we do some mail? Maybe we should do some mail. There's not really anybody watching tonight. I don't know if it's because it's Easter. Probably because people have got better things to do than be on a live stream. I don't know if it's Easter in America. Is there any Americans in the chat? They can see if there's Easter in America currently. No? No Americans in the chat. Nobody's talking. That's the thing. I know that when I keep going to call you Oz the Great and Powerful. Ostradamus Toys. I know when he's here, he likes to have a chat. Dave's Dimension dropped in. We had You Love Balloon? No. You Love Balloons? Mark McBride? I don't know if Richard's watching. Richard, are you watching? Richard, are you watching? If you're watching, sign in, brother. Sign in, bruv. And have a chat. Have a chat. It's Easter weekend. There's a lot of things that I could be doing right now, but I want to talk to you guys. I want to talk to you guys about some of the things I've got in my room. A lot of this stuff is like, hey, look what I found. Hey, look what I found. I found some cool stuff. And maybe that's boring to some people, but people that like physical media, maybe that's interesting to you. Because look at this room. It's full to the brim. Absolutely full to the brim. It's full to the brim with stuff. There's a lot of stuff in this room, and we could talk about it. There's some oddities in this room too. Some real odd things in this room that I could talk about. So we'll see how we go tonight. If we end up with low numbers of people watching, that's okay. That's what happens sometimes. We might just end up sort of closing early, shutting up shop, packing up the bins and shutting the grate, even the gate, and calling it a night. But let's see if we can last a little bit longer. I'm just recycling my page. Oh, 3 live viewers. Welcome. Welcome to ye. To the Doom vlog, episode 5. Episode 5, Mr. Potter. All right, so I brought something else in from the house that I had kept in one of my boxes in my bedroom. I'd found it. I was going to show you. I didn't. I forgot about it. Now I found it again. I don't keep a lot of books in here. Well, I do have a few. They're usually movie related or, movie character related or pop culture related. I just don't have the space for it anymore in this room. So I'm starting to whittle out my books. I do have a cinematography section just down here. Can't really see it. I wonder if I can get my camera to... Can I get my camera to turn around? See that shelf that's pale there? Just there. See the Action Man guy there? Down at the bottom of that, on the bottom shelf. Oh, you can probably see it. Just there. Movie books. They're the only books I really keep in this room now. I mean, I have all the other ones there I'm going to move, but VHS tapes are going to take their spot, because I just don't have... I can't afford to be picky. I can't afford to be picky. I reached a point where it's like, well, if I have no room for DVDs or Blu-rays, VHS has to move. If I don't have any room for DVDs or Blu-rays, books have to move. So I can move the I can move the VHS tapes to where the books are, and that frees up space. And then I can start clearing out this quadruple tiered shelf here with just DVDs and Blu-rays. And then I have a lot more space to move. I do still need to count a lot of my DVDs. I'm pretty sure I'm in the thousands now, but last time I did the count was years ago and I was over 1,000. I'm going to assume, I'm guessing quite accurately that I'm in the thousands now, because I built a shelf just here, this wooden shelf that you're looking at, I built from scratch. There is a video, if you want to watch it, on my YouTube channel of me building this just to accommodate DVDs. And Mark, who might drop in tonight, I'm not too sure, Mr. Mark McBride, he gave me a bunch of his, like when I say a bunch, like a lot of his DVDs he was clearing out. They literally, most of them filled this shelf. So I'd say 2/3 of this shelf here is filled with DVDs he's given me and stuff I've added. So you just run out of space. As soon as I got it, built it, filled it. It was like, oh, I'm going to have to build more. So this room is 3 by 3. I don't know if I've had this conversation with any of you before. This room is essentially 3 meters by 3 meters. Give or take some like divots and bits and pieces sticking out where my CRT TV is and other bits and pieces. There's a shelf built into the back here with toys in it. It's a 3 by 3 room, and this 3 by 3 room has shelves in it. So that 3 by 3 room has instantly gotten shorter. So shelves make things shorter. I've got a big IKEA shelf here, which has made the back here, you can see it there, it's made it shorter. I've had to double stack DVDs to make it work. Every time I add, it makes the space smaller. So I'm running out of room in the literal sense of the word. But I'm determined. I'm determined to find a way. So when I look online, I'm like, oh, how to do space saving. Like whether you've got a shelf that hides behind another shelf and you pull it out, or you've got like a shelf that hides more shelves behind them, or a door that opens out from somewhere and has more shelves in it. Like just anything that I can have, like an Inspector Gadget kind of, things pull out to reveal more movies. If that is what has to happen, then that is what has to happen. If it can't happen, you're going to start seeing DVDs look like that, stacking up on the floor, which is something I do not want. I do not want to be surrounded by junk. I'm not calling it junk lightly, by the way, but I do not want to be surrounded by the things I collect. Not in that way, not in a hoarder kind of way. I want it to be neat. I want to see my floor. I want to be able to have room to move in here. I want this space in the center to be the living area of this room and everything around it to be the collectibles. So that's where my head is at. The realities can be much harder. And Roddy's still trying to focus on me. So there we are, Roddy. Can you see me now? Can you see me now? All right. No one's in the chat still. Come on, guys. What's going on? We had such good chats recently. Last week I had people in the chat in the first 10 minutes. which was awesome. It was the first, yeah, it was the first 10 minutes. I had people in the chat. Has no one got anything to say to me right now? I'm literally just talking to myself. We had 3 live viewers, but back down to 2. Not many people on tonight. We might have to cut this short. It's 1:37. I started at 12:15, I do believe. So we've been going for a little bit, and we've talked about records for a very long time. So maybe I should move on to mail. Let's move on to mail, and let's sort of get this show pony on the road and out in the world doing show pony stuff. I'm not going to have that other alcohol in the fridge. It's going to make me sleepy. I have energy drink to have, and beers, as much as I like beers, they make me sleepy. I wonder if anybody knows that I am live on YouTube. Okay, so I don't think I've had any movement on Instagram. Today's a sad Saturday, but that's okay. It's not that sad. I've had a few people jump in to watch. I'm very pleased for that. So I do thank you all very much for jumping into the vlog. These kind of vlogs are hard because it's just one person talking, and I'll tell you straight away, I don't mind doing that. I don't mind talking to a screen because I don't know if you ever watched The Commitments, the movie The Commitments. I know Mark's seen it. I know maybe Richard might have seen it. Richard, have you seen it? You're going to watch this on the replay and you'll be like, he said my name. No, Richard, you've probably seen it before, The Commitments. It's a really good movie. It's a very interesting movie. But the manager in that, the fast-talking manager of The Commitments, he does this thing. And he does it quite often throughout the movie where he interviews himself, and he's usually in bed or walking down the street, where he's interviewing himself as if he's actually become successful as a manager of the Commitments or a manager of a band. And then he becomes the voice of whoever it is on the TV from that era, interviewing himself. And then he answers, well, that's a good question, Barry. And then it's just like, it's like he's rehearsing for life. It's like he's rehearsing for the things that he's going to do as a manager. I've done plenty of that in the past. I've driven in my car and imagined that, I'm doing a YouTube video and what am I going to talk about? And how would I talk about it? I mean, if I'm going to do a YouTube video, how would I talk to people? And I've done a lot of that rambling about nothing. So I'm not scared to have this conversation with the computer, essentially with nobody on YouTube. What is hard, I think, is that if there's no engagement, it can be a little bit tricky trying to understand if there's any communication with each other, with people that are watching about the chat, like about what we're talking about. So, yeah, I'm happy to talk. I can ramble at you all night. I can talk to you about all the stuff in my room. No problems. It's easy because I got a lot to talk about, but it's about what's relevant. So if things aren't really going very well tonight, maybe if things stay quiet, I might just cut this off soon. I mean, we're getting close to 2. It probably is 2:15 should be probably about cut-off time for a 2-hour video. So I'll get a move on and I'll move on to the next thing and we'll see where we go from there. I will recycle my page though, just in case any other peeps have dropped in. 0 comments, 2 live viewers. I'm very intrigued to know who the 2 live viewers are. Who are you? I mean, are you like undercover right now? Are you? If you talk, will it give away where you are, your position? No. I mean, I don't want to endanger your life if you're like, you don't want to chat. If you chat, then like it gives away your position and the enemy comes and gets you. But if you can chat, jump in the chat. It's over here for me. It's probably over there for you. Jump in the chat. Say hello. Say hello to me. Why would you say hello to me? Yeah, jump in, guys. If you got anything to say, go ahead and jump in. we're going to move on to mail. We're going to move on to mail. I don't have a lot of mail, to be honest. I thought I had one more thing. I might have put it in another spot, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and like just a special edition thing I'm going to add in here. Done and dusted. I think I need to sit a bit closer to Roddy. Roddy doesn't like the gap between here and here. He likes there. I mean, the light is a bit funny. I think I might need to try to point it down at a different angle. But he gets a bit funny between here and here. If I lean forward a little bit, he goes just a little bit blurry and he doesn't like it. Maybe I'm just not talking to you enough tonight, Roddy. I need to talk to you some more. Let's put my cup over there so it's not in the way. And let's get to mail. Are we ready for mail? I don't know. Is anybody ready for mail ever? All right, guys. Please tell me my microphone's on. Yes, my microphone's on. No one's told me if my microphone's even working. I guess I'm going to see tomorrow if the microphone's even working at all. Let's talk about some mail. Welcome to mail. I didn't quite end that on time. This one's not opened yet, so I'm not going to give away. I'm not going to dox myself, but this one's not opened yet, so we'll open that last. Let's open these ones. Let's open these ones. Now, I've got 4. I just showed you 1, plus an extra. I'm not going to dox myself or the people that sent the mail to me. But let's open the first one. I did check this one was in here, so let's just open it anyway, because I got a bit concerned that maybe it wasn't going to be in there. Well, I'm definitely not going to. I mean, this is a business. I can't really give away too much. I won't give away names. This one came from Rarewares. I'm not going to give away address. And I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting to find this kind of movie for quite some time now. Let me just show it to you. It's sealed. And I'm excited, but I'm also a little bit annoyed. I'm a little bit annoyed. Do you want to see what it is? This is a movie. We're back onto movies. Anybody remember this movie? Anybody? Is there any way I can do? There we go. Less glare. Neomaniacs. Not the best cover. There is a better cover of this. You can see it's got the FSK AB18, which I believe is the German version of a UK style rating for movies. And I think, oh, come on, this way. This is the way to do it. Come on, Roddy. There we go. 80s horror movie. Action horror. Basically, these weirdos live under the Golden Gate Bridge and they come out to kill a bunch of people. They're all like freaks and mutants and stuff. And there's some weird ones. There's a samurai kind of one. There's like some kind of butcher. There's a cannibal looking caveman kind of dude. There's like hundreds of them, but it's the main ones. And what the good guys in this, the teens, realize is that these guys will die if water touches them. So I don't know, living under the Golden Gate Bridge probably wasn't your best choice. But I've been wanting this movie for a very long time. The unfortunate thing is, 2 things. It is a very slim case, which I don't terribly mind. If Roddy will focus there. No, Roddy won't focus on the side. One, it's in German on the back, which, you know, you just can't find this movie anywhere. So I'm not terribly surprised about that. I could probably find or make a cover for it that has the English on it. But it is in English on the Blu-ray. But the thing that annoys me the absolute most about this, the absolute most, what would one of your biggest hates be if you were to buy a bootleg? Just tell me straight up. What would one of your biggest hates be if you were to buy a bootleg DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, whatever? What would your biggest hate be? Even VHS, even CD, if you're thinking bootleg CD. What would one of your biggest hates be? I should probably open this up. That way I can actually show you better. because it's sealed, currently sealed. It's sealed. What would one of your biggest hates be? This is one of my biggest hates. I want to tell you, but I want to give you a chance to answer. 2 viewers. Is there more than 2 viewers? Come on, be 3. Ah, 3 viewers. Welcome to ye to the Dooom vlog. What would one of your biggest hates be with a bootleg? Now, I'm not assuming that any of you or all of you have bought a bootleg before. I only buy bootlegs really when the real thing is not available. If for some reason or other, so I'm just using the Audi knife to cut open the plastic on this. If a company says, yeah, well, you know, we're not releasing to you guys in this country, or, hey, yeah, we don't do physical media, we only stream. When a company does that, or a company goes, sorry, we ran out of money and we don't make that movie anymore, it's not being distributed anymore. If I can't find a movie readily on the market, if I can't look for a few years and find a movie on the market, I'm going to go bootleg. And I'll tell you straight away, to any naysayers out there, I don't care. One of the reasons why I don't care, it's German on the inside as well, and one of the reasons why I don't care is that, how am I going to get it? How am I going to get it? How am I going to watch it? If say for example, a movie is not available anywhere, and it's not available on streaming services. I mean, Tubi's pretty good for the most part. There's some great movies on there. A lot of B-grade stuff on Tubi. But if it's not anywhere to be found, how am I going to watch it? If I want it in my collection, how am I going to own it? If nobody will let me have it, or it's no longer available, how can I get it? You have to go bootleg, and you have to come to terms with that. Because this movie, Neon Maniacs, is not easily available. One, you can get the Neon Maniacs UK/American releases if you want. There are some out there, not readily available, but they are out there. Do you want to pay $100 plus for that? Because that's what you're paying just for one movie, over $100. And that's if you find it. I don't, and I can't. And if I do get it, I don't have a multi-region Blu-ray player. That would be something I would have to buy just to have that experience. And maybe one day I'll do that. But right now I'm not. So bootleg. I'll buy bootleg. If there's something available and it's in JB Hi-Fi or, God forbid, Target or Kmart or somewhere, not that I ever really buy from there, then I'll go and buy it from there. I would rather buy something that's readily available in my region than have to go bootleg. But if something in my region is saying, oh yeah, you know, that could be a $20 or $30 movie, but we charge $80 for it, and we don't reduce prices. Akira Blu-ray. Akira, I'll give you a reason why I said that. Akira's Blu-ray, I tracked it every year. Akira's Blu-ray movie, the movie Akira, the animation, for 5 full years I tracked Akira's pricing, and it never went down. It was like $45, $50 every single time, every year. I managed to find a Blu-ray online. It didn't say if it was secondhand or not. It looked brand new to me. I paid 27, 25, something like that for it, and I own it. But that price never went down. Like, never. It never even reduced. There were no specials on it, even though there was specials on everything. There were no specials on the Akira. So if you can't find something and it doesn't go down in price, and you can get a bootleg, get a bootleg. If I just want to watch this movie, I've never seen Neon Maniacs. I've seen the trailer for it. I've never seen the movie. I want to see it. And guess what? The case has German on the back. Roddy knows a bit of German. Don't you, Roddy? Natalie fährt nachts im Stadtpark mit Freunden ihren Geburtstag. Yes, Roddy knows. Roddy's already talking over me right now. The problem is, right, this is the thing that annoys the crap out of me. I didn't finish my sentence. Here's the front. Yeah, I can manage with that. It's not great, not a great cover. There is a better cover that's similar, but just a bit better. And the back, yeah, 80s. Can Roddy even focus on the spine? Please, Roddy, focus on the spine. Look at the spine. Tell me something. This is the front. This is the spine. Roddy. Rodwa. The third. Come on, focus. This is the spine. Do you understand my dilemma here? That's the front. That's the spine. Come on, Roddy. It's back to front. The spine is back to front. It's back to front. That absolutely drives me up the wall. Where in the world, just tell me where in the world the spine is back to front. Tell me where. Is it in Germany? Do you get your movie like that and then you flip it upside down to stack it? Is that what you do? Because that's what I have to do now to make that fit in with my other movies like Braveheart. I'm not going to put it next to Braveheart. To make it fit next to Braveheart, I then have to, Roddy, come on, just, there we go. To fit it next to Braveheart, I have to turn it upside down. I'm sorry. I know you're like, oh, but that's what you get when you buy a bootleg. This could easily be rectified. I'll tell you how it's rectified. You use your brain. You make the cover. You look at the cover that you've got in your shelf of something else and go, oh, yeah, the cover's like that. And when you stuck it in the shelf, they fit the right way round. But now I've got to get this movie and I've got to flip it over like this. I've got to stack it in my shelf upside down so that I can read the spine. You're going to go, dude, you're making such a big deal of this. Yeah, I am. Because it's not rocket science. It's not brain surgery. It's not molecular activity. It's not Albert Einstein's theory of relativity. It's just putting the words the right way around on your bootleg thing, which, by the way, was not cheap, even as a bootleg. I paid just under $30 for this. It was sent via regular post. Luckily, they slapped tracking on it. And it came from the UK. Came from the UK. Made in Germany, came from the UK. Had tracking once it reached Australia. Couldn't tell when it left the UK. And has an upside down name on the spine. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing this. It is a wacky movie, and you should too. And I've ranted long enough about that. That's one of them. That's the first one. Where shall I put this? Over here. Next one. No one's talking in the chat. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. We have 4 live viewers. Welcome, welcome, welcome to ye. Welcome to the Dooom vlog. Welcome. I'm going to put my Misfits hat on. Feeling very bald tonight. I'm not bald, but I'm feeling very bald. Shaved my head the other day. Misfits cap. Gonna put a lot of shade on my face, but that's okay. Misfits cap. Can you see my Misfits cap? I've had this for a while. It's getting a bit torn up. Next one. We're not going to show anything. We're not going to dox anyone. Oh, okay. So it's just a game. Alright, I bought this because it was a disc-only game. It does have Stadium Sports Bar written on the inside. I don't know why that's important, but I picked up Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. And let's remove that so I don't dox them, even though they probably want the business. I'm not here to advertise for free. Yeah, I picked it up. I was going to look for a cover for it. I just never got around to it. It's a PlayStation 3 game. Kind of healthy PlayStation 3 collection. We're not going to go on about that because it's just a game. I'm not, sorry, gamers. It's not just a game. I get that. But I'm just saying this is mostly movies. I bought that. There's no cover to it. I obviously want it. Let's look at the next one. Yellow packaging. We're not going to dox anyone. We were talking about this the other day. Let's have a look. This is the finale, the final huzzah to Star Wars Clone Wars. This is a bootleg. I mean, it has to be a bootleg, and with this blurry case and disc like this, it is definitely a bootleg. But this is not available in Blu-ray that I can find anyway. This is the final season of the Clone Wars. Bootleg. 100% bootleg. Americans, you can probably find it. I mean, maybe you can get in the chat. Please, someone get in the chat. You can get in the chat, or if you're a replay crew, leave a comment. Do you have the Clone Wars final season available to you, or did you have it available to you in the great United States of America? Did you get this? Because as far as I was aware, no one had it, except maybe some places in America could get the DVD, maybe the Blu-ray. I'm not sure. I cannot find a Blu-ray of this anywhere. It's the final season, season 7. Oh my God, is it season 7? Has to be. Yes, season 7 of the Clone Wars. Now, I have all of them. I did a hunt. I have all of them on Blu-ray. Now, it wasn't easy. It was not easy. It was a very, very hard endeavor to find all of the Clone Wars movies on Blu-ray. I should probably pull them all out to prove it to you, but I've got them all there behind this shelf. On the other shelf behind that, I have all of them, except for season 7, which is the final season. I want it on Blu-ray so that all of my Star Wars Clone Wars DVDs, or all of the seasons, are all on Blu-ray. But all I could find when I searched and searched and searched on eBay and elsewhere was this on DVD. This is a 100% bootleg. It does say it's got to be. I mean, I fully believed it was. It's got a barcode on it. It's got all the right stuff on there. It's got region 1, which is fine because my Blu-ray player plays all zones. The problem that I have with this is that the case is very clean. Roddy, the case is very clean. Very, very clean. But the disc, I don't know if I can even get away with showing you. Yeah, no, this is bootleg. Because what's written on the back is not something that Disney would put. It just says Rex, Cody, and Clone Force 99, an unorthodox elite squad, also known as the Bad Batch, look to recover the Republic's strategy algorithm from Admiral Trench, but a haunting truth awaits. Believing that MIA soldier Echo may still be alive, Rex's mission becomes doubly important. Alongside Bad Batch and Anakin Skywalker, the clone captain launches a dangerous covert rescue. Ahsoka and Rex must use their wit and skills to survive the turbulent end of the Clone Wars. I don't believe that would be a normal way to write on the back of a movie, but it does look legitimate. It's just that the discs, how do I say it? They look a bit blurry. Especially disc 3. I don't know if you can see. Rodoir. A bit blurry. Which makes me believe these are most definitely that and the spiel on the back. That these are most definitely bootleg. But once again, don't really care. I just wanted to have it. If it's not available, if nobody's going to give it to me, if Disney's going to say to Australia, you don't get nothing, you don't get shit from us, we're not going to give you anything. We've decided Australia doesn't get any Disney stuff. There's no Star Wars. You don't get it. Then I'm going to go bootleg. And if Disney doesn't like it, Disney knows where to shove it. Because you don't shut out a whole country and then expect me to not go bootleg. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Disney. I do like you, Disney, but you just, you make poor decisions. I don't know why you're making so many poor decisions. It's like, it's becoming a bit of a joke, to be honest. All right, let's open this other one. This one has not been opened before. I'll cover my name. It's got some cool stamps on it. It's got someone's name on it. Oh, yeah, I don't want to. That's someone's address. Look at the cool stamps on this thing. Pretty cool. Yeah. Hasn't been opened. Haven't opened it, so let's rip it open. Oh, they've even put it inside something that has an eBay sticker on to protect it. What a good little eBayer they were. What a good little eBayer. We're at 3 live views. I'm glad you guys are sticking around. Are you still 3? 4 live viewers. Welcome to ye. Welcome to ye to the Doom Vlog episode 5. Nobody's talking though. A bit disappointing. No one's talking. Last few goes, everyone's been talking. Oh yes, I know what this is now. I'm pretty excited about this. And I'm hoping it's not a bootleg. Please don't be a bootleg. Please don't be a bootleg. Please. I didn't think about whether it was a bootleg until last minute. Until literally the other day. I was like, oh god, what if it's a bootleg? Because the problem with eBay is... Sorry, I'm just trying to clean up this mess. The problem with eBay is some of them look legit. And then you get them, you're like, yeah, that's not a real movie. That's not the real thing. Got a beautiful protective sleeve around the outside. Let's, is it going to give too much glare? I need to look at it. I need to open it. Now, I have number 2 of this movie. I believe there was only 2 made. Someone in the chat. Someone in the chat might correct me. Come on, that's a challenge. That's a challenge right there. Case does look... that front cover, though. That front cover is a worry. Say region 4. But when does anyone ever believe what other people tell you? It does say region 4. That front cover, though, that is granulated as hell. I don't know if that's the way it was supposed to be, or maybe the printing was bad back then. You have the right to remain silent. Forever. Maniac Cop. Richard? Richard, are you in the room? Maniac Cop. You love slasher movies, Richard. I know you do. It's R-rated. It's restricted. Oh. Am I censoring? Am I censoring? Am I censoring what? Fish Slayer. Welcome, Fish Slayer. Welcome, Fish Slayer. Welcome to ye. And why am I censoring? What would I be censoring? Please elaborate, Fish Slayer. As far as I'm aware, I'm not censoring anything. Maniac Cop. You're the first chatter of this. Do you know that, Fish Slayer? I like your name, by the way. But look at that cover. I want you to look at this cover. Look at the wording. Look at the wording. You have the right to remain silent forever. Maniac Cop. Look at that beautiful lettering. And then look at this goddamn picture. Is this real? Is this the way it was? Because look at that pixelization. Or pixelation. Pixelation. And then you've got the nice clear lettering down here. And you've got the nice clean lettering up here. And then you've got this. Is that for real? Because the back looks real. Maybe I should read that a little bit better. Demented policeman or somebody dressed like a cop is murdering people throughout New York City. It looks real. It's got region 4. PAL. Fishlayer, you haven't explained why you're saying, are you censoring? Why would I be censoring? I do hold back some swear words until I really need to say them. But why would I be censoring? The disc is really clean, which also worries me. Because, no, it's a bit smudgy. There is some smudges to it. And there could be, ooh, like a slight burny. Oh, you couldn't really tell. Can you see it? Oh, if I point at it. I don't know if you can see that in the light. Roddy. I need Roddy to focus on this kind of weird blob. It's not going to do it. Roddy, come on, mate. Come on. Look at all the camera view, mirror action. No, he's not going to be able to pick it up. There's a weird blob. Discolorization. on here. But yeah, that cover, it really worries me. The thing that doesn't worry me too much is the inside. Like, it's got the chapters, all that stuff. Yeah, don't know. Don't know what to make of it. I think it might be legit. It's just very hard to tell. I mean, even the disc looks right. It says 1988 Shapiro, Glickenhaus Entertainment Corporation. And then you've got these, like, really clean, like, restricted... I don't know. Fish Slayer. Fish Slayer. Are you an anti-hero, Fish Slayer? Are you the slayer of fish? And if you are the slayer of fish, are you fighting against evil fish? Are you saving humankind or even fishdom from evil fish? Or are you an anti-hero? And also, whilst you're answering that question, why are you saying, are you censoring? Because I don't understand what that means. Because I'm not. Maniac Cop. I have Maniac Cop 2. Also, just so you know, it also has Bruce Campbell in it, and I'm a huge fan of Bruce Campbell. And it also has Robert Zadar, the guy with the giant jaw. Here, this guy. Oh, can Roddy zoom in on Robert Zadar? There's some fan pages on Instagram of Robert Zadar. Come on, there you go. The guy with the big jaw. The guy with the big jaw. The guy that was born with a special face, and he used it to become an actor. Maniac Cop. Very happy to have this because I've been looking and looking and looking and looking and looking and looking and looking everywhere for Maniac Cop and haven't managed to find it. So I had to buy it. And I think this one only cost me, I think it was only like $10 or $12, which made me think it was a bootleg because I don't normally see them for that cheap, but I've got it finally. Maniac Cop. Now I can watch 1 and then I can watch 2. So that's that. Now, the other thing I was going to show you, I don't want to keep it in its sleeve. Actually, I want to keep this sleeve. I need a sleeve for one of my special DVDs. I'm not censoring anything. Fish Slayer. Fish Slayer. Fish Slayer. You just came in with a random comment and you didn't elaborate and you didn't say anything. But you are, thank you, the very first person to actually chat. No, I'm not censoring. I'm wondering if YouTube might be censoring me. Live viewers is now at 5. We are past 2, so we're getting close to 2 hours streaming. These are not movies. These are, in fact, it's music. So I found these in a record shop in Northcote. Richard. When I was down your way, I used to live in Northcote a long time ago. Northcote, Thornbury. And I went into the store and they had these really cheap. So I picked up this CD, Slave to the Grind, Skid Row, mate. I haven't picked up Skid Row. Sealed, like originally sealed, like it's got the original seal on it. It's not going to stay sealed. I'm just letting you know that. But I picked it up. I don't think I paid more than, I think it was $10. I can't remember. I think it was $10. Pretty cheap. Come on, Roddy. Seriously. I just want you to focus, Roddy. Focus. Focus, Roddy. Focus, Roddy. Can you like zoom in camera over camera? He's not going to focus on Slave to the Grind. Can I look up? Is that better for you, Roddy? Is that good for you, Roddy? There you go. Slave to the Grind. Skid Row. Excellent album. Not everyone's cup of tea, but I like it. So I picked it up. And that's been literally sitting in this brown paper bag for a year, maybe, because I didn't get around to opening it. And these two other ones were cassettes, and they were on the same in the same record stores bench. And Richard, if you do ask me, it's the one inside the mall, not at Rowdy's. So it's the one inside the mall that's been there for like an age, that have some quite overpriced things in there, but they have occasionally got some cheap things. I picked up these 2 cassettes that were on the counter. I do believe one was $10 and the other was $10. Oh, Sight and Sound. Sight and Sound. Sight and Sound. Come to a place of sight and sound. Sight and Sound had these. They were $10 each, and I kind of thought of them as a deal because cassettes are expensive now. I picked up Eric Clapton. August, I think it's just called August. Yeah, August. Cassettes. Rodwa. Will Roddy be able to, how about I ask you, Fish Slayer, are you censoring? Are you censoring? Because you haven't commented after you said, are you censoring? Maybe you're censoring. Oh, I cracked the case too. That's okay. I've got other cassettes, but then again, it's got the sticker on the front, so that's a bit annoying. But yeah, I like Eric Clapton. Roddy doesn't like me right now. Rodwa, focus, focus. There you go. August, $10. I really think cassettes, if it's $10 and under, just buy it. Just buy the Roddy thing. The other one I bought was one I owned on cassette back in the day. Is Sting, Brand New Day. Roddy, you're being difficult, mate. You're being difficult, bruv. Come on, there you go. Sting does not look that young anymore. Brand New Day. Hey, if you don't like Sting, you don't like Sting. But this is a good album. I don't know about his feet, though. Keep your feet, Sting, but this is a good album. And it's on cassette. I like cassette. I'm starting to run out of room for cassette as well. Brand new. What? That's... Isn't... Is it? Can't be. Am I seeing things? Why has it got that in it? Is that universal? No. Oh. No. Come on. What? Hang on a second. There's been no mention of cheese all night or any other daily related products. Dairy related products. I do apologize. Fish Slayer, for no cheese conversation. Dairy related products? Why would I be discussing dairy related products? I mean, I could understand the cheese. There's some cheese over there. I got some cheese over there. Let's bring some cheese out after this. But I'm actually more worried about this Brand New Day because I didn't actually look at this cassette. I didn't look at this cassette. Does this look like a Brand New Day cassette to you when the album is actually A&M Records? A&M Records, Universal Music Company. Oh, maybe it is. Don't know. I'll have to test it. There's nothing written on there. It doesn't say Sting. Doesn't say nothing. I reckon I'll have to test it. Maybe it's an Indonesian release. I don't know. I'm getting bored with this conversation now. All right. So those are the three things I got. They're the leftover ones. No mention of cheese. How dare you, sir? I'll mention cheese. I'll give you enough cheese to fill all of your crackers. Enough cheese to fill your crackers. What do you mean there's not enough cheese? I just showed you Neomaniacs. Were you not watching Neomaniacs? Were you not watching this great movie reduced down to an upside down spine name? How dare you, sir? Cheese and Maniac Cop. That was cheese. There's cheese there. Lots of cheese. Lots of cheese. All right, let's talk about more cheese then. If you're gonna challenge me, if you're gonna do the cheese challenge, let's look at some cheese. I'm prepared. I'm gonna put you all on pause. I'm going to put you all on be right back. I'm going to grab some cheese from right over there. And we're going to talk about some cheese. And then, I think we've done, that's our mail. We're not going to do any more collectible stuff after that. We're going to call it a night. Because were you here from the beginning, Fish Slayer? Were you here from the beginning? Were you quietly watching and not saying anything about cheese the whole time? Is that what you were doing? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, if you don't pull me up early, this vlog, it's just like switch in any direction. So let me just pull this back in line. At least you're not asking about like monkeys like Mark was. But like the cheese, I can manage. But you got to talk to me, bruv. You got to talk to me early. Mention it early. Like, mate, you've been talking a bit. I don't smell no cheese. And then we can bring the cheese out. The platter can come out. All right. You bring the crackers. I'll bring the cheese. All right. Hang on a second. Just wait right there. Wait right there. Wait. Wait right there. All right. Don't say I didn't warn you. We're back on main cam. We're back on main cam. You know what we're going to do tonight? We're going to pass up on news. I'm going to mention it briefly. Maybe we're already at 2:20. I don't know how much further we should go. But let's talk about the cheese because you challenged me. You did a cheese challenge. You've done the cheese challenge. And now that you've done that, it has to be discussed. Okay? It has to be discussed. I don't know why my camera is flipping me back to front. Why are you flipping me back to front? That's not the way this works. Okay, my silly camera's being silly. All right, Fish Slayer. Did you change your name, Fish Slayer? Because I don't recall you from the last chat. What was your name last time, Fish Slayer? I remember names like Fish Slayer. All right, let's talk about the cheese. You ready? This is not to we're leading up. This is just a beginning. My Big Fat Liar. X Rental, $12.95. The best film for the whole family. Great film. Fun film. It's upside down in there, which is not good, but it does have a blockbuster sticker on it. All right. Come on, Roddy, you bloody pain in the backside. Roddy's being... There you go. Just to remind, please rewind. Thanks, the end. All right. That's just a warm-up. Got to put it around the right way. VHS tape. 99 cents, bro. Come on. Cheese? Cheese. Anybody? Get your crackers out and ready. They're about to be smothered in cheese. Come on, Roddy. There you go. Perfect weapon. Yep, Jeff Speakman. I remember this from back in the day. I used to love this movie. It is very, very cheesy. Very cheesy. No gun, no knife, no equal. And It's got a great track in it where he's practicing. And once again, Blockbuster. Yep, and I watched this as well. I watched this, cool. It was in the last year I watched this on VHS. It was really fun to watch. Another Jeff Speakman. Anyone remember Memorial Day? Memorial Day? Jeff Speakman? I've seen it, but I don't remember much of it. Yes, Memorial Day. Cheese to the max. Jeff Speakman in space. And look at that case. Look at the blue case. Blue like the night sky. Soft like rich leather. Memorial Day. And this one's not from Blockbuster. It's from La Video Ici. It's French. No, it's not. It's in Reservoir. It's Australian. Bushwhacked. Bum, bum, bum. Roddy. Bushwhacked. Daniel Stern. Come on. To survive the wilderness, the mob, and the FBI, you need to be pretty smart. Or pretty lucky. Max is neither. Cheese. Let's see. Inside of this hasn't been rewound, but it's got no Blockbuster stickers on it. Roddy is just not good at focusing tonight. Bushwhacked. It is PG, but look, fun for the whole family on the inside cover. Lots of other things you can watch. Not saying anything now, are you, Fish Slayer? Here's one. Beautiful pink cover. Beautiful pink cover. Danny Glover. The Stand-In. $3 per week. Rental. $3 per week. The Stand-In. Academy Award nominee. The Stand-In. A bizarre, dark, and wry comedy about low-budget films and high crimes. Hey? Love that pink. Have you seen that one? Fish Slayer? Brilliant. Danny Glover stars in a bizarre comedy as Apple's Finity, a low-budget film producer whose life is crumbling. Finity can't get work, he's been evicted, and his wife is unfaithful. The downward spiral accelerates when Apples inadvertently becomes involved in a murder, and the fun begins. Apples accidentally kills a lunatic hitman and switches identities with him to escape his own disastrous past. Unfortunately, his new identity is in hot water with the mob, and someone has taken out a contract on him. Despite a bright new love interest, Apples looks like a two-time loser until a crime boss creates a surprise ending. It's a very old cover. Virgin. Remember Virgin? You're going to focus? Focus, ready? Stand. Very old cover. Oh, we've lost some live viewers. Is it because I didn't bring enough cheese? Didn't bring enough cheese, Fish Slayer? Ghost Ship? Is that cheesy enough for you? Ghost Ship Sea Evo. What a great tagline. And I think I paid $2 for it, which is too expensive for any VHS, but at least it's a horror of sorts. Dead Silence. These are all ones that I found but haven't really talked about. Dead Silence, James Garner, Marie Matlin, and Lolita Davidovich. Don't think I know anything about this, but it's got James Garner in it. A little bit of cheese. MA. A group of deaf students are taken hostage. 3 dangerous criminals demand a ransom. 1 FBI agent stands in their way. Dead silence because they're deaf. Get it? And it's got coming soon, Jerry Maguire on the top of it. Dead silence. Beautiful red cover. Lovely red cover. There's enough cheese on that one to cover most people's crackers. Chance. If you want some cheese, sometimes one chance is all you get. Sometimes that's all you need. Starring Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, Alien Nation. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs stars in this John Chance action film, and he's trapped between killers, thieves, stolen diamonds, and repoed cars. It's a dangerous game, and one chance is all he'll get. Yep, enough cheese there to fill a cheese pie. Yes, please give me cheese. Back to front in the case, but that's okay. Really cool gold on this one. This has gold on it. Roddy? Gold. Oh, yeah. I think I've lost Fish Slayer, whose name I don't know from before. Maybe you watched, but you didn't say anything before, Fish Slayer. Please still be my friend. Fish Slayer, we're back up to 4 viewers. What do we got here? Scavengers. This is a weird one. I've never seen it before. I did watch the trailer for it. Bunch of nobodies. Hang on for the adventure of a lifetime. This could be a cut box too. Maybe it's not. I can't really tell. The lettering is cut off, but maybe it was just cut off anyway. Yeah, treasure. Indiana Jones style, treasure hunts, thieves, scumbags. PG. Surprised it's PG. Starring Ken Gilman and Brenda Back. Brenda's got back. Yep, that's some C-grade cinema right there. All right. Now we got Christopher Lambert. Lambert? Lambert. Christopher Lambert. The Point Men. Yep. Locked, loaded, and ready for action. That's like melted cheese right there. Oh, yes, it is. To catch him, they must outsmart him. To outsmart him, they must understand him. To understand him, they must become him. To become him, they must... I'm just joking. Point Men. Oh, that label just came off in my hands. All right, I'm going to have to glue that back on. I'm not taking that back out again. Here's a great one. It's got Burt Reynolds and Liza Minnelli. Oh, gosh. This case is super warped. Very old bulgy case here. Rent-A-Cop. A ruthless killer. An ex-cop. And an ex-hooker. Two's company. Three's a crime. Rent-A-Cop. Rent-A-Roddy. 50 cents, though. Liza Minnelli. Yep, cool. That's a good one. That's a good one. Now, we've talked about this one before on my other channel, which my other channel's not doing so good, so I'm going to talk about it again. Anybody like the Toxic Crusaders? Anybody? Anybody at all like the Toxic Crusaders? Remember the animated cartoon? Toxic Crusaders? Roddy? Do you remember it? Roddy? Well, I found this on Op Shop. It was $1. I was so excited. Excited was not even a real terminology. I was over the moon. I just grabbed it. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe I've just found this. You can see it says $1, 1 buckaroo, bonsai. Tree Troubles is the episode. Tree Troubles. So cool. Toxie for kids. Toxic Crusaders. The problem is that this is Tree Troubles, the episode. What was inside of it was a Toxic Crusaders, but it wasn't Tree Troubles. It was this Spuds for you. Running time approximately 25 minutes. So, yeah, I got a Toxic Crusaders in there, but I got a different episode. Now, I just threw this photo of this on eBay to have a look at what these are worth. This actual one right here was worth $60, $70, and the other one as well. But like I've got two different kinds. I've got one case and another episode. So yeah, happy and sad at the same time is all I could really tell you. All right, that's my last cheese. Cheese, please. We're going to move on to news, but I got to find the news first because I already saw some news stories about it, but I didn't actually save them on my computer. So give me un momento, por favor. I still haven't seen Mark McBride or Richard. Richard, unless you're Fish Slayer Richard, which I don't think you are. Cannot possibly be Fish Slayer. 3 live viewers. We've lost some people. That's okay. We're winding down. We're winding down. 3 live viewers. Let me find the news. Let me find the news. I want this wording to be bigger. Can we... I need this. Can I zoom in? Isn't it meant to be bigger? Make it bigger. Make it bigger. That's... I have created a new cheese loosely based on the work of Michael Bublé. Can you write down your contact details, please? Well, I know how to write my contact details because they are my contact details. You've created a new cheese. Oh, I think I know who you are. Fish Slayer. Are you... I know who you are. I know who you are. I think I know who you are. Anyway. I know who you are. I'm going to look you up, and I think I know who you are. Cheese. Please. Cheese. No. Contact details, please. Have you created a new cheese? Have you cheesed up a VHS tape? Would that be something you would be doing? I know who you are. I'm sure I do. Do you follow me on Instagram? Do you follow me on Instagram, Fish Slayer? Hmm? 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 Let's go back here. What contact details do you need, Fish Slayer? Are we talking about an email? I need to find out if you are the person that I'm looking at here. I'm going to investigate you further. I'm not terribly interested in Michael Bublé, but it's not to say that if you release something, some kind of cheese on VHS, that I wouldn't be interested. But moving along to the news. The news. I thought you might have been X Cheese or whatever the name of that Instagram channel is. News. Now. Bring me news. Now. Alright, and then we're going to call it a night because I'm actually tired and I want to watch some cheese myself. There's some cheese that needs to happen in the Neon Doom room. Will you be commenting on grilled cheese tonight? Yes, will. Right. New Maul Series. Alright, where can we find some reputable news sources? Yeah, we're not going to do that. Let's go back to Variety. Not that I love varieties. Deadline. I need a reputable. No. There was meant to be a Disney release. Why is Disney not releasing the information? Let's go to Variety. Okay, let's go to where is my screen gone? What? Hang on a second. No. I've lost my main screen. I literally just... No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Mail. Oh yeah, there we go. Here we go. You ready? Here we are. Not this guy. Not this guy here. Let's pick his nose. Let's go here. Get out of there. I don't want that. What I really want to do is zoom in. Can we zoom into this screen? Yeah, zoom in. There we go. Well, that's pretty good. That's a pretty cool image, except I think that's from Clone Wars. Maybe, no, it's not from... Is it from Clone Wars? Or is that from Rebels? Can't remember. I think that's Clone Wars. Okay, so Variety. Woo. Variety has basically updated us as to what Disney's... I can't believe we can't find Disney's updates. But there is an update that we are getting a Maul series. Star Wars Darth Maul animated series coming to Disney Plus next year with Sam Witwer voicing the villain. If you know who Sam Witwer is, he has voiced a lot of different people, including the Emperor, Starkiller, whatever that guy's name was. Starkiller. I'm not a fan of Starkiller as a character. I know you guys are all going to hate me. I just don't like the name Starkiller. I know that was Luke Skywalker's original surname before he was invented properly. But I don't like the name Starkiller. It's just really corny. Yeah, the character in the game was cool, but just don't like the name Starkiller. A new Star Wars animated series focusing on Darth Maul is coming to Disney Plus in 2026. Okay, let's just stop this for a second because we've got to do the news bumper. There we go. Back to the news. I'm terrible tonight. I haven't got my shit together. A new Star Wars animated series focusing on Darth Maul is coming to Disney Plus in 2026, with Sam Witwer returning to voice the iconic villain. The news was announced at this year's Star Wars celebration in Tokyo, with Witwer on hand. The show's title is Maul Shadow Lord, and will mark Witwer's fourth time providing the antagonist's evil tone. I'm sure there was more to it than that. I saw that is not the only... Okay, I gotta find a better... Did it give the date? It said 2026. I'm going to find a better news article than that because I know there is one. Sam returns deadline. That can't be the same article. Nope. Star Wars, blah, blah, blah. Tokyo, Sam Witwer, who voiced the character in several iterations, returned to reprise the role. Witwer himself took the stage to announce his return in the series, which is currently in production and set for premiere on Disney Plus in 2026. He previously voiced the character in animated series Star Wars The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, and in 2018 filmed Solo, A Star Wars Story. The new series is set after the events of the final season of the Clone Wars, with Maul rising again to lead the underworld factions, according to StarWars.com. Attendees at the Star Wars Celebration panel got a glimpse of the new series in a clip, which reportedly reveals Maul training a Twi'lek apprentice that appears to be the future Darth. That would be Darth Talon, I think, from memory, and she is in a lot of comic books, which Fish Slayer should know. Yeah, so that should be cool because Darth Talon has been used in comic books and she's really cool. She's a Twi'lek covered in red. Maybe she's a red Twi'lek, I don't know, but I think she's just painted red with the black markings of Darth Maul all over her body in her little skimpy suit. The Darth Maul character first appeared in the 1999 film Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Witwer has worked on numerous projects in the Star Wars universe, first voicing Starkiller in the Star Wars The Force Unleashed video game series. His other credits include the role of Crashdown in Battlestar Galactica, Davis Bloom in Smallville, Aidan Waite in Being Human, Mr. Hyde in Once Upon a Time, Ben Lockwood in Supergirl, and Rupert Chipping in Riverdale. So, look, we don't seem to have a lot of information happening with this one, but it is a welcome one. He's a great character, Darth Maul, and it is good to see Darth Talon coming back into the mix, to be honest, because Darth Talon was actually something in the broader context of Star Wars, was in comic books, was like a character that was accepted into Star Wars lore. So there you have it. That's not the best news I've ever had. Pretty much all my bumpers I've done late. So I need to get my crap together. I'm not doing a very good job as a host coming in here with all of these things without their bumpers. But that's okay. We will get there. I think we'll call that the news because I was thinking about that today. I just hope there was a bit more information regarding that. Great to have Sam Witwer back. If you don't know anything about Sam Witwer, I would do some research. And they should mark Fish Slayer. They should do a Mace Windu show. They really should. There's a few shows they should really do. But I'm welcome to have Maul back and have Talon as well. Look into Sam Witwer. He's got an amazing voice. And welcome back into the Star Wars universe. Let's go back to main cam. Back in main cam. I'm going to call it a night. I'm quite tired. I've gone for 2.5 hours thereabouts. And it's time to have a bit of a rest. Luckily, we did start earlier than we normally start, which is a good thing. But I'm going to bid you all good night because I am very tired. We've done rough news bumper. We've done a little bit of mail. We've done the Be Right Back quite a few times and the main cam. And we do have an outro to get out of here with. And we've got to remind you all, guys, if you're not bored of me by now, if you are not bored of me ramping on about nothing and physical media and cheese, lots of cheese, please, lots of cinema in all shapes, sizes, colors, and I don't know what else, shapes, sizes, colors, flavors, then yes, please feel free to subscribe. Subscribing, a little thing like subscribing actually makes a huge difference to a channel like mine, because subscribing adds one more person and then one more person, and it gives the algorithm on YouTube a chance to point people at me. When you're a small channel with not many followers or not many subscribers, YouTube and Instagram, they don't help you very much unless people subscribe and like and comment. So thank you very much for being here tonight. I hope to see you on the next one. I promise, diddly almost, the next time I will have my crap together more, and I will make sure that I actually get my bumpers ready in a row. My camera's not focusing on me. There we go. I'll try to have all my ducks in a row and all my cheeses on their crackers for the next time that we have this live stream. I hope you enjoyed at least some of tonight. I've got a bit of a mess to clean up in here tonight after doing all of that. And we'll see you on the next one. Want to stick around? Want to talk to me some more? Good night, Mark. Fish Slayer. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. And to the people that watched but didn't comment, thank you for being here. And feel free next time to just open up. The people that do generally get involved in the chat have a good time. So thank you very much. BZ in the Neon Doom Room. Thank you very much, guys. Subscribe, like. See you on the next episode. And have a great Easter. Be safe on the roads. Come on, Roddy. Seriously. Have a great one, guys. See you on the next one. BZ out. Love y'all. Bye.